Hello everyone, just getting some oils to get started on this kind of heavy topic that I have today. So I invite you, if you feel any of the feelings that are in the caption of this video, to take a couple deep breaths with me. It is Mental Health Week in one of the groups that I follow. And there's been so many educational videos on mental health. And I saw someone post a video on how they deal with their husband having mental health issues and they personally don't. So this really brought me to talk about this topic. My name's Shelly Gronseth, if you don't know. Another tidbit of information is I'm 32 weeks pregnant, so don't mind the baby bump. But so that video inspired me to make a video saying thank you to everyone for not giving up on us wives or sisters or cousins or whoever who have mental illness. And those, just thank you. Mainly this is to my husband. Thank you for not giving up on me. And I think that so many times people feel like they've been given up on, but mental illness entering a marriage or a family is very hard to deal with, and it's important to address it. So this is a thank you to the husbands, to the supporters, to the wives, to the girlfriends, boyfriends of those who have mental illness. I'm mainly speaking for myself. I can't speak for everybody, but this is just something that I wanted to speak on, and I feel like it's not going exactly what I wanted to say in my head, but that's okay. So I just wanted to say thank you to those who don't give up on us with mental illness. Me being diagnosed with mental illness for the past, for 12 years I've been diagnosed, and I most likely had it before then. Thank you for not giving up on us. Thank you for supporting us in moments of rage where we are completely unknowing of the words that are coming out of our mouth because of the anxiety or panic attack or the chemical imbalance in our brains. Thank you for helping us on those days where our depression is so debilitating that we can't even get out of bed, can't even perform simple tasks such as doing the laundry or washing dishes or making food. Thank you for being there through flashbacks from PTSD symptoms, trauma-related symptoms, past behavioral patterns that show up in negative ways. Thank you for being there for those panic attacks, not leaving, not walking away, where you're hyperventilating and you're in flight or fright and you can't focus. So, like I said, this is just my story, but I feel like so many times those who care for someone with a mental illness and truly support them, no matter what, get forgotten. And it's so important to say thank you to them for not giving up on you. And I've told my husband this, but I just kind of feel like I'm saying it and sharing my story for all the people out there who don't have the ability to say it for themselves or who don't have a support system. And if you don't have a support system who won't give up on you, I would like to be that. And I know that's a big shoe to fill and that's a big task, but my mental illness has actually made my marriage better and my relationship with my husband better, which sounds wild. But the fact that he never gave up on me, we've been together 10 years 9 or 10 years, the fact that he never gave up on me empowers me to not give up on any one of you watching this who wants to reach out to me and talk to me about it. Because having someone who will support you in all those moments that I listed, rage, depression, where you can't get out of bed, where you can't shower, anxiety, where you can't even leave the house because you're so anxious, you're full of fear, where you can't go to bed because you're having flashbacks, thank you, Dana, where you're having flashbacks of a traumatic incident and you can't go to sleep and you're crying. It's just so important to have that person. And like I said, that's huge shoes to fill for me to offer that. But me having that over the past 10 years, like I said, empowers me to be there for people who don't have that, don't feel like they have that. Because for the longest time, I felt like I didn't have it. I thought, my husband doesn't understand. No one understands what I'm going through. And yes, they never will fully. But the fact that they don't give up on you and they support you through all the ups and downs, the days where you can't stop crying, the days where you can't get out of your pajamas, where you don't shower for days, having that support means everything. And like I said, I am not going to relate to everyone's situation, but what I've been through in the past 29 years, plus the 12 years that I've been diagnosed, is given me such a wide view of different things, because I've dealt with depression, PTSD, OCD, panic attacks, social anxiety, a lot of different aspects, and mental illness doesn't discriminate. So it's hard when people don't understand and they look at you and think, why? She should have it together. She should blah, 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 blah. Mental illness doesn't discriminate. It doesn't obey the rules. It's an illness that logic can't, you can't use logic on something that's so illogical. Having a mental illness is something that you can't put into words a lot of the time, but I want you to know that if you want to put it into words and tell me. If you don't have anyone to talk to about it, message me and talk to about it. And I've had so many people message me and tell me, oh, I feel so silly, I feel so stupid, this is how I feel, blah, blah, blah. Know that I've probably felt that emotion at one point in my life. I'm not saying I know everything. I don't say, and I'm never going to say that I can exactly relate to your situation. But I can relate on even the smallest level. I know it's hard. It's hard for people to see and understand because it's not a disease like a visible disease, right? It's an invisible disease. And no one's going to fully understand, but know, Dana, that I understand even in the smallest bit. And if anyone ever wants to message me and just say, today I had a crappy day, I felt like this, I can be your sounding board because I know how important that is. And like I said, I don't mean to keep saying how supportive my husband is, but him being my sounding board, and just I'll go to him and I'll say, I have the worst anxiety right now, my head feels like this, and I say all these weird words, and just to have someone to listen, even if they don't fully understand, that's important. So remember, mental illness is not a choice. It's an invisible disease. So don't let anyone make you feel bad about having it. Don't make anyone make you feel less than, or that you're not worth it or hold it against you, because many times in my life, I've felt that people will hold it against me Oh, we can't invite her. We can't tell her that because she might have a panic attack. Oh, we can't tell her that right now because she might hyperventilate. Oh, we can't tell her that right now because she's going through too much stress. And personally, I don't want to feel like people are tiptoeing around me. I want to show people that yes, I have a mental illness, but I'm stronger than it because I can manage it. And that you have a support system and a relationship with anyone, whoever it may be, that will not discriminate against you, and that will, on some level, understand and realize that, like I said, mental illness doesn't obey to, oh, I have to go somewhere today, but your mental illness is not gonna, I know this sounds wild, but your mental illness is not gonna be like, oh, don't worry, I won't put you in debilitating depression where you can't get out of bed in the morning because you have something big going on. It doesn't follow the rules. And I'm just going off on a tangent here. I had notes and wanted to follow them, but the point of this video is just to say thank you to all the people, kind of from a wide space, to say thank you to those who didn't give up on us. And if you don't have someone who isn't giving up on you, let me be that person. Like I said, I know that's a big shoe to fill, and if you don't know me that well or whatever, but we all need to have someone to talk to be supportive, to be there with us on the days where we say hurtful things because we're having anxiety and we can't think straight, to be there on the days where we're having such depression where we don't even feel like showering or doing anything. So just remember, it's not a choice to have a mental illness. It's okay to have it. We have so many options and so many tips and tools and resources to help us through those days. And if you don't feel like you have that, message me. I sometimes, to get through the day, have to use my oils the entire day. That sounds like absurd, but sometimes that's what I have to do. Sometimes I have to tell myself positive affirmations 1,000,000 times a day to get through the day. Sometimes I have to reach out to friends to get through the day. I'm not perfect by any means, but I've gotten so far in the past 2 years from, like I said, extremely debilitating days, and particularly with PTSD and panic attacks and social anxiety, that I want to be able to help you get even just a little bit of relief. So I know this is kind of getting all over the place now, but I just get so passionate about this, and I want you to know you're not alone, and say thank you to my husband, to all the husbands, to all the family members, all the wives, all the people, for never giving up on us and not trying to fix us, because it's not something that can be fixed. It's something that can be supported, and I have tricks and tips up my sleeve, but trying to read your comment here. I know, Becca, it's having the support of people is so important, especially in the postpartum stage. Even if you're not pregnant, postpartum, anything, you need your support system. You need people who will be there, and tools and resources and everything. So, like I said, message me. I can go on, but mental illness is just something I'm so passionate about, because when I look where I was 12 years ago, And then where I was 2 years ago and where I am today, it's drastically different. And I don't think I would be here and my marriage would be as strong as it is. And I would be able to function day to day without having support, having tips, tricks, tools, resources, friends, and it's just something I'm super passionate about. So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for never giving up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your husband or wife or best friend or anyone who has a mental illness. Talk to me and try to understand it. So I hope you enjoyed this. Happy Wellness Wednesday, and live purposely natural, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.